Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia kid, and
Teresa.
hey y'all, we hoping y'all having a good week, and we're gonna start out with a couple quick shout outs, and for y'all to have some prayers for a few of our good friends and subscribers, Gene Moreno and Christy Whitehead. They're having some issues, so if you would, y'all send a little prayer out for them, and we appreciate them and y'all subscribing. With that, hey, we're gonna get back to some viewers' questions this week, and we're gonna get Teresa to get it stuck. What you looking at me like that for?
Because you ain't got no sense.
I ain't got no sense.
Okay, Matt Loke. Do you think if Vernon hadn't been in control of Elvis's finances, that Elvis would have given his fortune away?
Well, I didn't know really that Elvis gave his fortune away, but I think I understand what you're asking, and it didn't make any difference who was controlling finances or doing whatever. However, I mean, there were times Uncle Vernon got real concerned at times with stuff Elvis bought and money spent, but it wasn't going to make a damn who said what or who did what. Elvis, you've got to understand, was going to do and did exactly what Elvis wanted to do. That's just that's just what he felt. Uh, and he was just that way. He wanted to buy things for people and help family, friends, and like we talked about before, even strangers out. That's just Elvis Presley.
All right, this one is from Stephen Fuzz. Did Elvis have any enemies, someone he just couldn't stand?
Yes, Elvis was human. I'm not going to name any names because it's really not necessary. But sure, Elvis was just like everybody else. There was people that he didn't like, people that didn't like him, and they just didn't see eye to eye and get along. That's kind of the best that I can put that one. But sure, like I said, he was just like the rest of us on that. We all have our people that just kind of how you put it, kind of like a tick stuck to you that just drive, just gets on them nerves. So
All right, Christy Ander. Was Lisa Marie as impatient as her daddy when it came to wanting things now?
God was she. She was just like her daddy. Uh, just to give you an example, one time the golf cart had a flat on it and she wanted it fixed, and Earl and Mike at the time was working on some things, and they said they'd get to it just as soon as they could, and Lisa, being like her daddy, wasn't gonna have that. She actually went upstairs, woke her daddy up, and y'all know how that turned out. And Earl and Mike got the flat fixed real quick. Yeah, she was and like with us, you know, she wanted her way a lot. As I've said in the past, love her to death, and we knew how to work it and hold out and stand our ground too. But uh, Lisa wanted to be and could be, if you let her, controlling at times, and wanted her way about everything, and she wanted it right then.
Well, like that other example.
No waiting.
If she got up before you guys did, and she'd go around the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah. As I'm told, what
cart,
Teresa's
yeah.
talking about is, we would try to sleep, as much in the daytime as we could, and Lisa would always usually, 99% of the time, get up before we did. And Rory, most of the time, spent the night at our trailer with us, and she knew that. And of course, we'd be sleeping, and she'd drive around the trailer, circle the trailer, bang on the bedroom windows, uh, called us a few damn choice names, and that was just Lisa. But yeah, she was spitting image of her daddy, as far as I'm concerned.
Lisa Jones. After Elvis's mother Gladys passed away, did he continue to go to the cemetery until the time that he passed?
He did. Especially in the early years. I've heard mom and dad talk about it. He went a lot. He always made sure There was flowers, and he would visit. Now, I won't say that he didn't. He didn't as much uh, in the later years, but he did. He did visit. But yeah, the early years, he just, I guess he it was something he needed to do, and we all know how much he loved his mother, and that's understandable.
All right, from Eddie Malone. Are any of the rings you wear gifts from Elvis?
No, I wish there was. No.
You're only wearing one today.
Yeah. No, all the rings I have, Elvis. I never received any type of jewelry like that. I got a Mickey Mouse watch with the thick leather wristband like he wore. I thought that was cool from him one time, but never actually any rings or anything like that. Now, Mom and Dad, like I said, on the other hand, had many, and he had bought a lot for Lisa, but none of them ones. And that was a great question.
Chastity Vanda. What are your favorite memories of George Klein?
Oh, I've got so many. As I was telling, a few videos back about, the joke I'd heard, and of course, about the lady named Rose that had passed away, and George actually had a sister named Rose. George used to get me, and I've told this before, he would get me, Priscilla had a dog named Baba, and George got me a toothbrush and some toothpaste and would get me to go, and I would chase that dog. You got to brush Baba's teeth, and then he'd laugh. I hope there's not a lot of little young children around. I don't want to mess up anything for them, but during Christmas time, George had that deep voice, and he would call us, and I think y'all, without me saying it, would pretend to be the big man during Christmas, and never. Of course, at first we didn't know that, and we thought that was so cool. Like I said, there's just George was one of those people that to me, you could not like, and even after Elvis passed away, George was always so great to us. He went to work for the casinos, and he would always tell us, hey, call me, when you're gonna be down. I'll fix you up with buffets. He was casino host or something like.
I met him a couple times.
Yeah,
went down
me and Teresa went down.
He was really kind.
And eat. And actually, there was a couple times. I know one time with us, he actually got to take a break, and we sat down and
that was nice.
talked about old times. There was another time that Mom and Daddy got to go, and he was able, to sit down. And of course, Richard Davis, worked down there too until he passed away. And like I said, George. I miss George dearly. George was just one of those type of people that you couldn't help but love, and his radio voice. And that's another thing. Being a teenager, of course, Elvis was Elvis, but, we would listen to George on the radio, and then he even called one time, and we, from the trailer, and we talked live to him on his show about what we were doing at Graceland and stuff, and it just, those are some of the great times and memories, like I said, with y'all, with all those guys. They were all great. It was so great having that many big uncles or big brothers, whichever one you may want to call it.
Okay, this one is from Jeff Young. What do you both do for a living besides this channel?
Well, I'll start first. Well, actually, I can answer both, but I'll let Teresa.
No, I think I can answer my own.
Well,
I think I'm capable.
Okay, but I may still jump in there.
I'm sure you will.
Of course, we do the videos for y'all, and that's mainly false. I don't know Teresa a lot, but I can't help but answer for her. She may say different, but her main job is take care of Daddy.
That's true, and it's not just it is not just a 40 hour a week. It is 40-hour and overtime a week job.
Well, I can't disagree with that.
You are high maintenance.
But I'm somewhat spoiled. Maybe just a little, and that's what I've always teased her from ever since we've been together, that her main and only functioning job in our marriage is to take care of. Voila.
Yeah, that's fine.
But she does all. I'm gonna love her to death. I'm gonna give her credit because you give it where it's due. As most of y'all know, the ones that don't, she does all the filming, all the editing, all. When y'all get these videos, y'all can thank her because she's the one that makes sure that they get out. If I don't drag on filming them or something sometimes, in between. I actually work full time for the city we live in, which is the city of Saltillo, and I'm in code enforcement. So that's what I do. So, did we have any more questions?
Yes, we have a couple more.
Well, you're slipping.
I wasn't, sure you were done yapping.
All
right, Sandy.
Tune, y'all, tune. Hey.
Sandy Hare.
Are we throwing that like you throwed last time?
I'll find me something sharp to throw. Sandy Hare, did Elvis really stay in his room for weeks at a time and not come out?
He stayed, yeah, he stayed over a week before. Yeah, that is true. I don't know of weeks because, like I said, we were out raising hell and having fun. But yeah, at times he stayed just up in his room. Would have basically who he wanted to see and who he wanted to talk to and all that to come up to his room. So that was just Elvis. At times he was what's the word, secluded, I guess.
But he had that intercom where he could call for if you wanted food
sure,
or
yeah.
water.
Oh yeah, but that's just Elvis.
All right. T Hall 8095. Did the former Memphis Mafia members who wrote the book and Elvis What Happened, did they show up at his funeral?
No, none of the three was at the funeral.
And
that was Red West, Sonny West, and Dave Hebler.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, none of them were at the funeral.
That's the whole.
Y'all, hey, once again, we appreciate all your questions. Start sending in them questions so we can get back because we have so much fun with them. And, of course, with everything going on, I'm sure we'll have more critiquing and our views on things. And we're really glad that y'all are enjoying them. We appreciate the support. And y'all, I can't stress enough how much we love each and every one of y'all. Yes. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Gonna try to get a short out to you before Sunday, and then Sunday we'll have the next full video. Y'all remember, we always live Elvis.